a nigga to fuck on. You just can't call me when you need a nigga to free. You just can't call me when you need a nigga for money. You just can't call me when you need me on Monday and twice on Sunday. What the hell I look like? What the hell I look like? What the hell I look like, baby? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. You just can't call a nigga when you need someone to feel free with. You just can't call a nigga when you need someone to bitch to. You just can't think that I'll be right there. I will be there for me to share. What the hell I look like? What the hell I look like? What the hell I look like, baby? Tell me. Tell me.
Welcome, everybody. This is D Durrell with D Durrell the Rebirth. Happy to be here once again to engage with each and every one of you. We're going to have a pretty cool conversation today. I'm going to review a video that was supposed to have been reviewed on my Fire live stream on Sunday, in which I was talking about tricking Passport Brothers SYSBM. Unfortunately, the show was fire and we just stuck on the tricking. We couldn't talk about everything else. I think I made a mistake by trying to add two different topics because I knew this particular topic was going to be triggering. And so I never really got to it. So for this particular session, this particular video, we're going to talk about a video that my brother Gizzle created on in-house, having in-house kitty. You know what I'm saying? You know, having a chick that you living with, married, whatever you want to say, guaranteed in-house. Nothing's better than it. G Dizzle made the case that, you know, the pros and cons of those who out there running ragged, trying to, you know, put they dick in any and everything versus those who chilling, focusing on their work, focusing on their kids, on their wife, their family, and they just got that consistency. Someone you can trust, somebody you know that ain't out there doing whatever. Yes, there are risks. Yes, there are things that can go bad in a situation. Yes, there are people who have been burned while married due to infidelity. You know, that's any and everywhere. You know, that's the risk of anything. It's more riskier out there running ragged in those streets, pumping and dumping and doing whatever else, multiple women at one time, versus someone who chilling, got everything situated, house is right, got in order. You love the person you with, you care for them. It's at your access anytime you want, for the most part. I mean, as a married man, I feel what G Dizzle is saying. And see, this goes to what I have talked about in many times as it relates to those who are the worst at relationships, attempting to dictate what people should do, dictate what the narrative should be on YouTube if when it involves relationships. See, it's more people like G Dizzle, myself, like Amiri Brown, BMT. We are the ones that should be talking about it because we're actually successful at relationship, long-term marriages. Just the other day, I was on a friend of mine, We On Lock channel. Shout out to We On Lock. We were talking about gifts. You should have heard the immaturity of the women and the men as it relates to giving gifts in a relationship. And when I try to, in many instances, provide a more mature response, people took offense to me. Just because you're married, D. Darrell, you've been married for years. Yes, I've been married for 17 years, going on 18 years in December. And you know what? I made the right decision. I don't want to hear about those who, well, I was married once and didn't work and I'll never do it again. Well, that's your problem. You failed at your marriage. You're bitter. Move on. Then you got guys sitting on the panel that ain't been in a relationship longer than 6 months to a year trying to tell people how they should function in relationships. I'm sorry. People who have not obtained higher level of relationship and commitment should not be talking about relationships. And yes, marriage does mean something, and it is not just a piece of paper. We're not going to reduce marriage to just a piece of paper because I'm going to tell you firsthand that speaks to the idiocracy of this space and people in it who think that's all marriage is, just a license. No, marriage is more than just a license. It is a legal binding endeavor that makes things a whole lot easier for you to operate. I'm talking about lower taxes, uh, other different benefits you can get from being married, as far as on your job, with just being approved for certain things, particularly with your credit, home buying situations. They look at that, having multiple incomes, two incomes. It's easier to build wealth with two incomes instead of one. And see, what it really speaks to is that people don't trust other people. People are not loyal. And people are they're selfish. They don't know how to share with another person. So I'm going to get to G Dizzle as he talks about getting in house.
What's up? Y'all hear me? What up, sub? Yo, we got man, I've been hearing these conversations all week. Travel bros, in-house, why dudes need to be single and just be running through chick. Listen, let me tell y'all clown something. I'm cool with in-house. I think it's amazing. I love in-house. I love it. I ain't got to be out there in them streets, going through the up and down, trying to find something. They ain't got time for that crap. In-house cook for me. I hear some people talking about they don't trust women to cook for them. Shoot, I trust my wife to cook. Her cooking is amazing. What if your wife poisons you? Then, nigga, I'm going to the grave eating some poison food that tastes amazing. Cause your boy G Dizzle, your boy don't like cooking a damn thing. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't like cooking nothing. I can cook single, lonely.
And let me stop there. That's another thing I mentioned. And I'm the same. Listen, I work hard. I operate businesses. I got employees. I got a lot of shit to do. My wife works for me. I don't like doing a damn thing, nor should I have to do a damn thing when I come home because I afford a comfortable lifestyle for my wife and my children that I'm not cooking a goddamn thing. I don't think I cooked a meal for my children, like literally consistency, since probably, I want to say maybe 2000, maybe 2014 or 2013. And I'm willing to go beyond that. And the only reason why I did it then is because all three of my children were in the home at the time. I only have one that's in the home at 16. And when my wife worked nights and worked late, I had to cook. When my teenage daughters became of age, they started cooking and I stopped cooking. So I'm gonna really say about 13 or 14, once my second to oldest daughter was more of a cook. My oldest daughter can't really cook to save her life. But once my children became old enough to cook, I stopped cooking. The girls were cooking, I stopped cooking. My wife come home, she would cook. You know who stopped cooking? Me. And even when I did it, I didn't have to do it. I chose to do it because it made it easier for my wife. You see, that's what marriage is about. It's not about, you just having these unrealistic expectations for your women and your wives to bust their ass working for a job, doing all these errands and coming home, cooking for you, cleaning for you, and then having enough energy to have sex with you before you go to bed at night. No, 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 no. You have to understand the needs of your partner. As a man, as a leader, you should understand the needs of your partner. And part of that is making life easier for her, just like she's making life easier for you. But yes, when I come home, I don't do anything because I don't have to. Because what I do outside the home assures that privilege.
Man meals, but I would rather my wife go in there and whip up what she whips up. I love it. I love having a woman next to me in the bed, can roll over, do what we do when it's time to do what we do. I love it. I ain't got no problems with it. I don't have a problem with it. I don't see what the big fuss is. I don't see why so many people are out here railing so hard against in-house. Who doesn't want in-house? Fuck you niggas talking about. I love in-house. I know mines, but then people are like, well, what if your woman cheats on you? Well, nigga, everything is a gamble in life. I'm rolling with this safe bet over here. At least I know this person. I don't know them strangers coming.
Now, as he's talking about that, people complain about trying to see, this is incel talk. This is some incel bullshit. See, this is what incels talk. This is Negroes who don't get no ass on a regular basis, who don't understand commitment, that don't understand marriage, they don't understand loyalty, they don't understand working collectively with someone, working compromise, negotiation. What they want is a dictatorship, and they want someone to just allow themselves to be at the will of somebody else. These are men who don't understand the dynamics of a relationship. They don't understand that another person has feelings, they have thoughts. And the fact that that other person that you're married to is probably better at a lot of things that could benefit the relationship. But no, just because she's a woman, you just fall under my will, fall under my command. And they don't even understand what submissiveness means. See, there are women who think submissiveness means that you're allowing yourself to be mistreated and exploited and being dumb and stupid for a man. And on the other hand, the extreme to that is the men think submissiveness means that a woman can't think for herself. She can't do anything for herself unless going through the man first. That is not submissiveness. That's slavery. And this is one of the reasons why I don't like talking about these kind of these kind of topics, because of the level of buffoonery, the level of immaturity among grown ass people that don't understand relationships, have never been in a long-term relationship that was worth a damn, but they want to tell you what and when and how you should do things. And then they get mad at married people. Yes, I'm married. I have a proven track record. You don't. So shut up. That's how I'm going to begin approaching it. You can't tell me shit, and you can't teach no one about anything until you have obtained a record of success. And there are people with with little to no record of success that want to tell you, want to educate you outside of not even being formally trained. Because anybody can claim to be a dating coach, relationship coach, a consultant, all of these nefarious as ambiguous as titles that have no governing body and no standard. And it's just the facts.
Through and all this other crap. But here's what I kind of noticed with this, right? You know, it's like dudes that be going the hardest against relationships and in-house. You want my honest opinion? My honest opinion are these are dudes that really sucked at relationships, or sucked at getting women, period. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
It's like, trying to think of a way to explain this, but it's like if you're a dude and you got a background of dealing with a bunch of women, running through a bunch of chicks in your day, you know, you don't really have a problem with having in-house, because it's like when I see these comments and I hear some of this commentary, it's like I hear dudes talking, man, I get all the hoes. I'm just gonna run through hoes for life. These are niggas that don't run through hoes. They online telling you this stuff in the comments and the videos and all of that. But it's kind of like, you ever come across a person that got a lot of money? I mean, they got, you know, they caked up. Their bank account's fat, they chilling. But you look at their life, they look like some plain Jane ordinary people. They ain't got no big fancy car with no big fancy rims. If you were to walk past them in the street, you would think they were just as broke as everybody else, not knowing they got all this money and they caked up. It always be the people with no money who like to look the fanciest and try to stun on everybody to make it look like they got money. But you come across a lot of people with real money. Like I said, you wouldn't even know they had money unless they whipped out the bank account and the stock portfolio to show you that they really got money. But just looking at them on how they dressed, they just look like regular everyday. It's kind of, what's that book? There was a book about it. It's called The Millionaire Next Door, something like that, right? Those are the vibes I get when I hear a bunch of dudes online talking about they running through all the hoes. I'm gonna be a bachelor for life. And look, I ain't got no problem if you want to run through all the hoes and be a bachelor for life, right? I really don't. The disconnect comes in is where niggas be like trying to clown and or getting angry at niggas that don't want to be a bachelor for life. It's like there's a whole lot of animosity towards niggas that actually want to be with a chick. They want to have in-house. They just want to be chilling with a chick. I don't really see too many married dudes or relationship dudes going hard at single dudes. How about you need to get married? You need to have kids. You need to get some in. Like, I don't see.
I couldn't have said it better. You don't see married men telling young men to hurry up and get married. You don't see married men telling younger men what they should and should not be doing. But you always hear these Negroes that ain't had a date in 5 years, can't keep a woman over a month, ain't had sex, they struggling, to get with a woman consistently. They're always the ones who's trying to tell married men how wonderful life is. Like you got to prove something to me, because I know damn well I don't have a goddamn thing to prove to anybody, nor will I, or and should I. But you're always trying to tell people what they should and should not be doing, and why I'm seeing and see. Oh, you got the same woman every night, but I got 3-4 different women. Yeah, but you're on child support. You're running your body ragged. You're running your spirit ragged. You're lying to everybody. You're cheating. You basically can't live in peace. And to be honest with you, the women that you got probably are low quality in the first place. But life is so great for you. But life got to be horrible for me. Only in the Black community do you hear people trying to denigrate marriage and promote whoremongering in the community. And that's why the community is so fucked up, because of this type of mindset. There are people who have made hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, lying about relationships in the Black community. And then they try to convince those, I would say traditional people of society in our community, those that may be a bit more conservative in nature, have a value system, have standards. You want to demonize us as if we're the ones who are doing wrong, and you gaslight about yourself. This tricking shit is gaslighting to the nth degree, pretending that you're not doing something that we know you're doing. These guys pretending that they in the community doing stuff, and that everybody doing it is so happy and wonderful. And that's not the case. There are guys that are so empty. They got 2 or 3 girlfriends, this and that, living life, and they are miserable because they know that these people don't really care about them. These are superficial relationships. These are relationships that are not fulfilling. These are relationships that you don't want to continue to have all your life. At some point, you are going to slow down. Your body is going to make you slow down as you get older. You're going to want more. You're going to want something of substance. And yes, there are men who don't or choose not to get married. And as I stated the other day when I was on Will Unlock's channel, I'm looking at the high probability of what is going to usually happen, typically happens, not the anecdotal exceptions. That does us no good. So I'm going to play a little bit more Gizzle on this, and then I'm going to move forward.
Niggas doing that. I always see single niggas going at those of us who choose to get our settle down game on and chill, right? And I don't understand, like, why is this? It's like, do y'all all want us all to be just single men out there running the streets, running through hoes with each other? Like, what do y'all want? Where are all these, like, Sub-Zero? He's married. I don't really see Sub-Zero out here knocking dudes for being single and wanting to run through chicks. I'm married. Y'all know I don't be out here doing it. I always see the single dudes coming at the relationship dudes, trying to clown us, make us feel bad. Like, my nigga, you ain't gonna make a nigga like me feel bad, because I'm gonna do what I wants to do. I'm gonna do what I wants to do, regardless of what random niggas on the internet say. Now, some of y'all gonna be like, well, this ain't applicable to you. And you're probably right, it's not applicable to me. It's really applicable to these young, impressionable people. When y'all hop into these comments, I get all the hoes, knowing damn well you don't get no hoes. Like, there's been actual.
He's speaking to the incels. Speaking to the incels that go in the chat claiming what they got. Just like when I was dealing with incel Mr. Z, who went above and beyond to prove to me that he getting pussy on a regular basis. And in the event of him expressing what he getting, he admitted that he went a long ass time without women, being with women. I don't care. You talking about I got all these different women now. Stop lying. No man of substance goes about proving to another man anything, better yet, what his sexual prowess is. But this is what incels do. Incels trying to shame married men because they want to be us. They want to be like D. Durrell. They want to have a long-term relationship. They want to have a woman that's down for them. They want to have what quote unquote a feminine woman, a woman that's submissive and feminine. Yes, I have all of that and then some. I have a smart, intelligent, beautiful looking wife. Looks great. She's for me, all mine. She brings value to me. Everything that I want to do, she supports. Support my business. She works in the business. She understands her role, and her role is with me to enhance me, enhances us. She seeks all the residuals of anything that I've obtained monetarily, success wise. She benefits, and she knows that. Women know that in general. But you Negroes are just so caught up in pumping and dumping, mistreating women, disrespecting women. You all don't even understand how to empathize and emotionally connect with women. That's why some of you out here pumping and dumping, because you don't respect your body and you don't connect well with women. So you easily go penetrate these other women, God knows, taking risk. Because like G was talking about later on, but I'm not going that deep into the video. Some of you guys are not using protection and you're pumping and dumping and you're mad when a baby comes about. This is facts. This is facts. And the shaming aspect of it, man, I'm going to say this. If anybody on this platform try to shame me for living a life better than yours, you can kiss my ass. See, this is the reason why certain people don't come on my platform. That's why you don't see certain people that you see in other platforms that don't come to mine, because I can get just as abrasive and unhinged as they can. And they know I don't care about no fucking views. I don't care about no cash apps because I already got mine. And they know that. And they know I'm verifiable in real life. So they watch me from the clouds and they avoid me. They know. So I just wanted to have this small live stream. This wasn't intended to be a long hour plus, but this was just to merely talk about and review aspects of G's video. I wholeheartedly agree with everything he talked about. I agree with everything that he said. Please check out the video. It's called In-House. In-House Cat is amazing with the emoji cat. And yes, it is. Because the probability, the likelihood of the person you laying down with to not bring drama and disease and heartache to your life is a lot higher, as opposed to you having sex with Keisha and Monique and LaShay and so forth, and you don't know what the hell they've been doing, where they at, where they've been doing, and where they going. You don't. So with that being said, guys, this is D. Durrell. This is D. Durrell, the Rebirth. Appreciate you all for coming in today. Please leave comments in the comment section. I'm gonna look. I know I went hard on SYSBM in the past, left it alone, but now they taking this shit to a whole nother level. Now the Passport Brothers, now since the little Miko Worldwide has cooled down and been forgotten, now they want to come pumping their chest. But no, 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 no. The truth is gonna come out. So that being said, this is D Darrell the Rebirth. This is the Manosphere, an alternative to the Manosphere. For those that want to subscribe to that, please do. And for my brother Yashua, I hope that you come in and check me out on Sunday. We can do this again and have a good time.